Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada. Here it is at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. My name is Dave Vincent. Ricky Ruiz and his partner Edgar Olivar, all 44 years of age Edgar is.
He's 40.
up
Don't let him fool you.
Up against Gabino Velazquez, we call him G-Man, and Lobo, Raymond Valencia.
I expect we're going to have a very, very entertaining game here, Dave, with Lobo and G-Man being essentially Supermen out on the court the way they dive around there. But not only did they dive with precision when they get the ball. It's pretty unreal sometimes.
We're about ready to kick it off here with Ricky Ruiz wearing the Boxer Rosales white baseball cap backwards, serving the ball. His partner is Edgar Olivar. Returning serve is G-Man, Gabino Velazquez, and then Lobo wearing the white beater. And we're seeing Ricky go deep much more than any other tournament.
I think that's a good strategy by Ricky, actually, because these guys get so many balls. It's pretty unbelievable.
That ball's in play. Gabino tracks it down but is unable to get it to the front wall, and there's a point for Ricky and Olivar.
2-0.
Score is 2-0.
Point.
I think that Lobo and G-Man are sort of the heavy favorites on this game from talking to some folks out there.
But Ricky has been playing inspiring style of handball here for this tournament.
He wants to play his brother in the finals.
And there's another point for Ricky and Edgar.
I really think that they're going to try and keep them at the back of the court, Dave.
Well, their two up front players are being forced in the back, and there's two mistakes now from Ricky, and that's 2 points for Lobo and G-Man.
2-34.
Beautiful shot by Edgar.
That's what Edgar's going to have to do. He's got to play very solid, get some luck, and also make some amazing plays. But no hand airs, because they're going to pick on him a lot.
They are.
Lobo looks out of sorts here on this big stage. And there's another point for Ruiz. And
6-32.
El Pape Cholo. That ball goes out the door, thrown back up from G-Man. Smart push from Ruiz right there. He looks really focused. Out of all the big ball players we've seen this weekend, Ricky does look either one or two of the best that we've seen. He just has a total calm demeanor about himself here.
Good pickup by Edgar.
Point.
That's a nice lead right there for
3-37.
Ruiz and Olivar. 3-7.
Beautiful dive by Edgar. Way to pick it up.
That was one heck of a pickup from the old man.
Yeah. I feel his pain, Dave. Don't you?
His endorphins are up right now, and he's not going to feel anything until about 10 minutes after the match is over.
And then for the next 2 days.
8-3.
Score is 8-3. Ricky pushing that ball right down the middle. Smart move.
Over ball.
Edgar's playing smart ball right now.
8-33.
So is Ricky.
It's like Ricky and Olivar have been playing forever together.
Yeah, it is.
Nice dig right there from Ricky, and he throws it in the back, and guess who catches up to it but is unable to get it back? That's a G-Man.
G-Man's speed is pretty incredible, isn't it, Dave?
9 serving 3.
It really is.
Nice
Point.
shot by Ricky. Kind of put it in his
10
hand.
serving 3.
This is unbelievable. This is the score we thought would be the other way around.
Great dig.
Oh, look at that
Beautiful
throwback.
shot.
That's the best shot we've seen in the whole tournament
That is
right there.
Incredible shot.
And look at him. He's all pumped up. That's unbelievable.
And they're playing them
11
smart. They're
serving
pushing them back.
3.
They're keeping them from the front. That's exactly what they need to do with these guys.
Point.
Oddly enough, every single one of these points have come from Ricky Ruiz misses.
Yeah, they have.
They haven't won anything on the
Four
serve yet.
And they've been pretty
11.
easy shots for Ricky, too.
He's just going for that flat roll. And there's another point. This thing is not over with yet. 5-11.
No, as evidenced by the previous match.
5 serving 11.
You see G-Man and Lobo switching sides here just to mix it up. There's another one of those deep shots. Now Ricky's going to go down low, goes to the corner, but these guys dig.
Out.
Out.
Shouldn't say that.
There's a point there for Ricky Ruiz and Edgar Oliver. This is the men's quarterfinals of the pro doubles.
You know what? Maybe it was jumping off the Stratosphere that got Ricky so calm, got some of the
12
adrenaline out.
serving 5.
He probably wouldn't play as good if he had to pay for that himself. Just guessing. There's a point for Lobo and G-Man, only 6
6
away.
serving 12.
They can go on a 4-point run here and get right back into the game.
Yeah, they could.
Look at that shot from the old man, backed up from Lobo. They're going to go to the left. Ricky's back on it. Going deep
Pushing
one more
back
time.
to the back.
Point. First time out.
Smart timeout by Ricky.
The score is now 7-12. You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships here at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, where Edgar Oliver and Ricky Ruiz have the lead at 12-7, but not the serve. Lobo and Velazquez. G-Man having a nice little comeback here, a change of momentum after switching sides. G-Man, who started on the left, goes over to the right. Now you've seen 3 unanswered points. But like we said to start this game, I believe I'd rather be returning serve, so it's not necessarily a disadvantage for Ricky and his counterpart to be returning serve here, because a side out means they'll be at 13 serving to get 2 more points.
Yeah, I think that's a correct assessment. I'm still just impressed at the way that they're pushing them to the back, Dave. I think that's the smartest way they can play these guys.
Ball in.
Seems to be working so far. I will give Lobo and G-Man credit, though, because when they won Huntington Beach last month, it was with this configuration, with
7
Lobo
serving
on the
12.
left and G-Man on the right.
Oh, nice shot right there from Ricky. He pushes, and look at that. It's unbelievable, and you can see the difference. You're right. It's like Ricky has a game plan. Look at his face. He's like
13, 37.
completely calm here. He's just flipping balls back like this is just some other game that
Go over.
he
Yeah.
plays down at the
Game
park.
at the park, yeah.
I got you.
You have to have a lot of moxie to do stuff like that in a big championship like this
13
on film.
serving 7.
It's going to be a big setup. And they don't know what to do with each other, and it's game
Lack
point
of
now.
communication.
The champions don't know what to do. This is a huge upset in the making here. I know it's not the match, Derek, but
Possible game point serving 7.
there's some dinero going out the wall here in the stands.
Beautiful get by Lobo. Another one. Great shot.
Oh, and it's in, and he takes it. That ball just hits the line on the inside corner, and that was an awesome shot.
That was an awesome shot.
I'd love to look at the replay there from our broadcast van as I know, are honing down right onto that right corner. Earlier we said it was a great shot, but that's to win the game right there after an impressive showing. Ricky just flips that ball with his left. That's a left hand flip. Here it is. Lobo's amazing quick hands. Here he just let's just flip it back, and the ball just inside
incredible.
the corner. Unbelievable control from Ricky Ruiz, who takes that game
it wasn't even just the control, it was the calm with the control, don't you think, Dave? I mean, he just knew where to put that.
And he put it in the exact spot, and they take game number 1. And I know that there's, I'd say 80% of the people watching right now did not anticipate the number 1 seeds losing the first game. Now, I know they didn't lose the match, but that was a great showing from Ricky and what could be his father, Edgar Oliver. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. Stick around here at race48.com. And we are back live here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino right across the street from the Strip, as they call it. In fact, if you're up in that spire, which you were, Derek, you jumped off of it. It's about 2,000 feet off the ground. It's not a bungee cord. It's called a skydive, and you took the plunge. Here it is right there. Now, it's so far up that you see that little dot that you see on the screen? That
could have been me.
That's like what the person, the size of the person up there, that will be coming down off that spire that overlooks Vegas. And when you're flying down, did you see the handball courts and say, oh my gosh?
I didn't really see much of anything, Dave, except the ground.
I highly doubt
abject fear.
You were not thinking of handball at the time you jumped off of that.
No, I certainly wasn't. The first 2 seconds were literally terrifying.
0 serving 0.
And we're back in it, folks.
0 serve 0 here. G-Man and Lobo are not going to give up, though. Going back deep again. Smart play. Oh, and Edgar misses it.
Point. 1 serving 0.
That ball barely missed the wall on the edge.
One serving 1.
Ricky's sticking with the down the middle serves. Nice dive.
Point. Two serving 1.
Ricky still's playing him high, Dave. It's
well, you don't want him to fall in love with it.
Point.
Derek, you don't want him to fall in love with everything going high now. Just because he had some success, you still have to pick your spots to go for the shot. You're not going to win every rally by going deep. These guys are still pro players.
These guys. Looks like they're figuring out the plan that Ricky and Edgar had. Nice shot by Ricky. left-handed down to the left-hand corner out of the air.
2 serving 3. Point. 4 serving 2.
What you don't want, Derek, is for that first game to be your Super Bowl. You need to continue that momentum, and there's a side out, and the crowd's definitely behind Ruiz and Oliver here at 3-4. Now Ricky's going to give the ball to Edgar, and he's saying, no, I don't want to serve it. I love that style from Ricky. I'll explain in a second. Smart.
Oh, nice pickup. Nice shot by Lobo.
Baba, please.
Ricky's one of those guys where he saw that Edgar made a good shot and he threw him the ball saying, you made the good shot, you get to serve the next one. That's sort of a kind of an unwritten rule amongst those that have been educated in how to play this game right. It's a little nuance that I love about big ball.
Nice. I like how Ricky's motivating Edgar and pumping him up and encouraging him. That's a
4 serving
nice
5.
thing.
Hey, even in the middle of his serve, he's still pumping up his double spread. Now look at this. Ricky grew up idolizing Edgar Oliver, and it's the other way around. Where Ricky is idolizing him. I thought that ball was down. Lobo's calling it down, and it is a point, and that's a good call from Lobo.
That was a good ball, fool. Hey, what is that? I called good, but what was that? He's not feeling the get. It's not good.
That's one of those that you can't come to the wake pass booth for, an appeal
But
of
point.
a double bounce. I don't really know what the call was.
Time out.
I'm not sure either.
It was strange. The body language of Lobo was like he gave up, and
Yeah, that's
therefore
what
everybody
I thought too. I thought he said he didn't get it, but apparently not.
really don't know what the call is there, but we're tied at 5 as of this second until we wait to hear what the referee's going to say. This is the quarterfinals of the men's big ball pro doubles between Ricky Ruiz and his doubles partner Edgar Oliver. Lobo and G-Man are their counterparts, the winners of the last pro stop at Marina Park in Huntington Beach.
Where they played incredibly well and inspired. They seem not as sharp.
Well, that's because the approach from Ricky is pushing them back,
Yep.
and they're both up front diggers.
It's something ironic about that, though, because when you consider the length of
Marina,
Huntington,
yeah, it's unbelievable. But they just didn't have that philosophy. It's almost as if they went back and watched the video and say, what are we doing? We're trying to play up front with up front guys. And these guys do watch video. Just like Tom Glavine and Greg Maddox used to do for the Braves.
34.
You gonna get all baseball on me, Dave?
Just trying to show off. Smart.
Nice way to use it.
Just a big setup. Look at that shot from Edgar Oliver right there. That was actually Ricky's shot, and Edgar stepped in and put it away. That's what's more impressive. And that's the third time we've seen Edgar go with that stiletto left corner kill.
Here, ball. Out of here. Five serving 6.
Way to transition.
Over ball.
There's some contact there on the backswing from Ricky. He hits G-Man, who raises his hands. It was Ricky who popped
5 serving 6.
G-Man in his shoulder. That's a tough ball to get back.
I love how Ricky's using the side front and sending them back to the corners where they got to play defense.
Look at Ricky. He's all over the place here.
Nice shot by G-Man.
serving 5.
Score is 7-5, second game. Thought Ricky was going to try to fly that. That's a setup.
Point.
Nice pass by Lobo.
A serving 5.
Oh, Edgar just pushes him out of the way and then hits it.
Trying to get out the way.
Well, nobody likes to be pushed,
A serving 5.
no matter what it is. Even if it's, you know, I'm either going to run you over or push you so I don't get hurt. That's a beautiful return right there from Ricky. And I don't blame Lobo for looking back at him, or Edgar looking back at Lobo for that matter. I mean, the bottom line is, I don't like, I don't like people pushing me. That's why we saw that reaction. This could be a huge setup.
Good dig. Ricky's left is on fire, Dave, don't you think? And he's been just landing them all in that corner when he does it. His right is, ironically, the great serve.
That's an unbelievable serve. We're all tied at 8 now.
A serving 8.
Good try by Edgar. It was a tough ball.
Now at 9-8. This one's going to go point for point all the way down to 15.
I think you're right.
You see more momentum now from Team Lobo, because I believe Team Lobo is actually playing better, more consistent here. And there's another point.
Edgar seems a little flat-footed this game.
I think he's getting a little tired.
His feet a lot. Yep.
10 serving 8.
This one might go breaker. Oh, I like that shot right there.
Shot.
That was an inside-out shot out the left door. Lobo was trying to cover the middle of the court because his partner was out of position, and Edgar just floats that one right out the left door. And that's a point. You get that point in rally scoring, and then it gives you momentum because you're still serving, going for more points.
Point.
That's where Lobo's tough.
Yep.
You have to start.
I'm not sure what Ricky was trying to do with that ball.
I felt he thought he was going to power it by him, but you just can't do that with Lobo up front. You have to pop that ball over his head. There it is. That's the shot.
Yep.
And that's where Ricky's getting the points. And I was surprised earlier when both of those OC players come up front and dive up front toward the dotted line. I'm wondering why Ricky and Edgar aren't trying to just flip one back to the back line. That's where it was so successful in the first game.
Yeah, very much so.
I hope that you're learning how to play big ball here.
I'm
Derek.
trying, Dave.
Just
I'm
by watching
learning from the best. That's why I'm sitting next to you.
Well, they always say that if
you haven't joined the Hall of Shame yet.
The Hall of Shame is defeating you, which I've got one token on that, and then playing you is a Hall of Shame, and then losing to you is also part of the Hall of Shame.
No matter what.
John Bike is in the Hall of Shame.
John Bike is in the Hall of Shame. Ricky Ruiz is in the Hall of Shame.
That's right. And Dave Vincent is as well.
Only in doubles.
That's true. Doesn't count. You only hit 2 balls in that whole match. That's because they force you to serve. It's just part of the rules. We got rid of that rule here in this tournament, though, because of that.
I actually played in pro this tournament. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. I managed to win 1 game out of the 7 I played.
Well, that would get you a $10 million contract in football, so.
The reference escapes me there. Help me, Dave.
Well, all you have to do is make 1 out of 7 potential tackle opportunities or sacks. You get $10 million.
And we're back in play.
See, I like that. Putting Lobo deep is very smart because he's an up front guy. Pushing the ball back to this back deep right corner is getting points. That was almost a miss hit.
Setup.
It's going to be a huge setup. Let's watch if Ricky drops this ball down. Goes for the crack, gets it. Lobo gets it. Ricky dives up front. It was picked up. There he is. And that ball's out.
Oh, incredible skill shown out there just now.
There were two big things that took place there. Ricky dives down, which he doesn't normally do. He got his front side all dirty, and now he's trying to wipe it off because he's a pretty boy. And then you look over at Edgar, and he floats that ball back, and that's what kept that thing alive.
Lobo always wears white shirts at these tournaments too, and he always winds up turning them black, doesn't he?
I think that's what Lobo means in Spanish, is black white shirt or blackened white shirt. You're old enough to remember the 70s soft rock group called Lobo, Me and You and a Dog Named Boo. Traveling across the
Also old
land.
enough to forget him. I think you're older than me though, Dave.
I don't think I am. I'm 41.
Damn it. That's my excuse then. Remember how humid it was?
That's the other excuse. It's 12-11 here in game number 2 after Ricky and Oliver win the first one, and now they're just kind of riding the high from the crowd and the enthusiasm and all that stuff that's going on out here, even though the momentum really went toward Team Lobo for a while. Now you see Lobo just...
I think they're talking about the push, Dave.
They're talking about that push, and you know, Lobo's coming back for more to say he's sorry, and this is what's great about these big ball players.
And I've spent quite a bit of time at the Hollydale Park and Paramount and a couple of the other parks, and you know, they'll play hard there, and then afterwards everyone goes to King Taco or Zavala's, has a beer and talks about the game and has a good time. These guys are not only great competitors, they're great friends.
I respect that, because when I lose to somebody or get an altercation, I never talk to them again. So I have currently one friend
12 serving 11.
that will play me handball. 12
That's
serves
not
11. That's the
Going
shot.
back to the high game.
That's
Beautiful
the shot.
shot by Ricky.
Lobo's high game is suffering here, and you see that Ricky just puts that ball down now at 13-11. This is going to be a huge upset if it happens.
Especially a 2-0 upset if it happens.
Point.
Now at 13-12, 12-13, serving the ball here is Lobo.
12 serving 13.
This is not over with. There's a little contact there. I don't know how Ricky could run into the guy trying to hit the ball. That just doesn't seem to equate to anything. Nothing tricky about that serve.
Point.
Now we're tied at 13. Edgar makes a hand error.
13 serving 13. Olivar.
What I'm surprised is that Edgar didn't play that second shot there, because the referee doesn't have to call that. That ball could have actually been 14 now. Edgar has to just continue to keep playing until the ref calls a stop in action. There's a big setup here.
Out.
And now we're at game point with Lobo and Velazquez trying to force tiebreaker, and I don't know what just happened. They were up 13-11. Looked like they're in control.
Well, we've got 2 points left in this game, Dave. I think it's
Gonna go down the corner. That should be tiebreaker here. That's a point right there from the referee, and I believe we're going to go tiebreaker. That ball hit Edgar in the air.
So what is that?
It's Not our call. That's not our call. That would be your call. It's not our call. It's not our call.
When you call it over and it burns you, what is that? Say it burned him, but he called it over.
He called the shot before they burned him.
The ball hit him and he said over.
He called it.
If he called it before it happened and you heard it, then it's an over. If you heard it.
Over ball.
That's the right call.
Absolutely.
Over ball.
If the player called it before it hit him, then that's where the call stands. If the ball did hit him afterwards, then it's a do-over. That's just part of the rules there. And both players knew it. Lobo knew it, and so does G-Man. And you see the handshake there. That's traditional.
14, serving 13.
It's a strange call, but it does happen. 14 to 13. Doesn't usually happen on game point. And that ball's out. Doesn't matter. Handball gods did not like the burn, I guess. We're going to go to a tiebreaker. 15-point tiebreaker coming up next. We're going to take a quick timeout as G-Man and Lobo take down Ricky and Edgar Oliver here. And now we're going to go to the third set. We have extra innings. We'll be back in just a bit. For Derek Piper, my name is Dave Vincent. Stick around. This is the men's quarterfinals of the Big Ball 3-Wall World Handball Championships.
Here's a shot of Fuji.
So much money, I should start 47. Yeah. 57. Huh?
Is that the match already?
Nah, third game right now.
Oh shit. Oh, this is about to get good then. I thought that was like match already, like match. You bet it or not?
Nah.
What was that? Was that burn? That shot? He burned himself? Or was it? That's why he went and shook his hand after.
We serve, right? Or they serve? They serve.
They made 1 point, yeah.
Sí la llamé over, pero se la quería chingar, pero dije, nah. Pues sí, cuando la llamé ya se había quemado, güey. Ya se había quemado. La llamé straight, pero... Es más seguro, porque si se te pasa... Es que la llamé cuando le pegó. Antes la llamé cuando le había pegado, pero todo... La llamada ahí. Aunque se quemó, hasta acá no lo oí yo. No, le dije ahí, over.
Fuck, man, we should have never let that second game go. We were up by a lot. We were up by a lot.
They were mentally they were out of it.
But
And you let Shorty come in chasing the shots, hot dogging. You should have just kept attacking over here, and you would have got frustrated and just hot dogging. You know, get him hot dogging and missing.
that fool got like 3 nasty shots. Like, I don't even know how he did those right there.
Oh yeah, roll out.
With his left, like, what the fuck? You lost already?
And we are back live for game number 3. It's Ricky Ruiz and his partner Edgar Oliver serving. Can't hear ourselves through the headphones, but that's all right. I think we're live. And there is a point right there. We can't hear ourselves through the headphones. I know, Derek, you can't hear you, but that doesn't matter.
I can't see because I have to take my glasses off.
You can't see, you can't hear. Oh, well. I don't believe we kicked anything underneath the table, but we'll just go ahead and call this match. It doesn't matter. We don't need to hear ourselves. And there's a nice shot right there from Edgar Oliver. Now you're going to hear the crowd really get into this. I believe the score is 2-1, Derek.
I think it's 1-1, isn't it?
Watch this shot right there from Edgar. There he goes for that 1-inch high shot and gets it. And now 3-1. You're really going to hear the crowd get behind this. We're going to 15. The winner will advance to the semifinals to play Samson Hernandez and another shot. Edgar feels this right now. Score is 4-1. And a crazy miss hit right there from Ruiz.
234.
It's exactly what Lobo's trying to get Edgar to do.
Three serving 4.
Score is 3-4. You heard the score from the referee. Edgar changes that one up. Look at behind the shot.
Backhand.
That was awesome.
Behind the back.
That ball skips in. Now it's going to be 5-3 with Ruiz and Edgar serving. That was an amazing behind the back shot there from G-Man.
G-Man.
5 serving 3.
That is going to go on the highlight reel. There's contact, but that's not contact that was instigated by Edgar. Some close play here. Referee letting him play through, and look at that shot right there from
Incredible
Ricky.
shot by Ruiz.
Ricky threads the needle there, goes over the top and kills it in the corner. I'm so glad the referee allowed that play to develop because that contact was created by the opposing player, not the one that was actually in front of him. That's a smart shot right there from Oliver. Sends that ball out the wall. Edgar is the MVP of this third game right here, and a timeout call. And that's a smart play right there from Ricky. He looks over into the eyes of Edgar Oliver and sees that he's breathing a little hard, says we're calling a timeout. That's a smart Ricky Ruiz right there.
He is. He's been playing this match smart. It seems like they went back to what they were doing in the first game and, you know, pushing him to the back. And Edgar's making some brilliant shots as well. So they're playing as a team in this game.
The score here is 7-3. It's Gabino, the G-man, who hit the deck there, and I believe he knocked the air out of himself. And Ricky called that timeout and looked over and pointed at him and said, "I'm doing this for you," which you really know he's not, because he walked over and looked at Edgar's face and sensed that Edgar was, you know, working a little hard there, and said, "You know what, I'm calling this for my own partner, but I'm going to go over and tell him I'm doing this for you because I'm a nice gentleman," which Ricky really is not a nice gentleman when he's playing handball. Off the court he is. And there's Ricky Ruiz with his hat backwards, sitting in the front row of the stands next to his doubles partner, Timbo Gonzalez, who got a little TV time earlier
Timbo
today.
would like some TV time, don't you?
Seven serve 3. Oh, I like that shot right there from Ricky. Referee's not calling that. and the ball is in.
Edgar's on fire this game. He's doing us 40 or 40-plus-year-olds proud.
And there's another point for Ricky and Oliver. I believe it's 9-3. Let's look for the score from the ref.
It is 9-3, Dave.
Well, the scoreboard said 7. I just didn't know.
Fortunately, I was able to see him change it when you were looking the other way.
That ball floats just inside the line. And a side out and a point for Lobo and G-Man. This is not where Edgar wanted to return that serve. It's almost as if when you sense that Lobo's up there, you just have to throw one back.
Yeah.
Score should be 5-9. Ricky's telling Edgar to just go ahead and go out that door. Go out the door, you play that, I'll play the corner. But I'm telling you, the reason why Edgar didn't go out the door is because he's tired.
Yeah, I agree. He's huffing.
9-6. All right, we're winning.
He's giving it his all, that's for sure. He's made some very brilliant plays. That was just a little bit of a mental mistake, I think. I think he thought it was going out.
I think he had a moment of doubt because he's tired and he was wishing it would go out. And you and I have been there before, you know, you just, sometimes you take plays off in your brain, the ones where you want to be an elite player where you step up, and the other ones where you say, I'm just going to go ahead and play par. Edgar played par there. That ball went out the water. You have to get that extra effort on every single shot if you want to win these tight matches and go into the semifinals.
9-6.
Actually, in this case, it is the semifinals, and it'll be up against Samson Hernandez and his partner, and there's a point, and a very intricate point at this stage of the third game. That was a well-needed one for Team
10-36.
Oliver. I believe that gives them their 10th point. Goes to the corner. Lobo's up there, and he digs it into the ground, and there's another one. You need some luck, you need some freebies, and you need some skill, and you need some hustle points. It all comes together every now and then.
11-6.
11-6. Smart shot right there from Ruiz. Edgar Oliver is going to have to step up and do something crazy here. And look at that. That's a crazy shot right there. That's where that deep shot has really helped out Team.
Working. That's 2 times that they've miscommunicated on these deep down the middle balls.
Team Oliver have won a lot of points hitting the ball deep down the middle. There it is again.
That's classic Ricky shot right there.
Thirteen
13-6. Now they're feeling it. That one's a little lower serve. Look at that shot right there.
Shot by Edgar.
He just slices that like a knife. This place is going to go crazy because they know that Ricky and Edgar should not even be in this ball game, and they're 1 point away here.
Nice steal by Lobo. They weren't expecting that.
See Ricky yelling at Edgar there, and I really don't know what Edgar did. It was Ricky's serve. I think he wanted Edgar to come and block that ball out.
I think he wanted
Edgar to step back.
Edgar to tell him that he was coming.
Okay. That's a tough shot right there. That should be game if that ball stayed in. Referee said fingers up. If that ball was out, it would be game and match.
Got a little
They're going
run.
to peel that long shot right there. And this could end the game right here if they come to the video replay. It's going to be about 3 shots back.
Here comes the appeal.
This is going to be the appeal right here. This could actually end it right here. We're going to look at the replay. Now, this is going to be played over no matter what happens. It's either going to be called that point that you just saw, or it's going to be played over because play can resumed after it. Let's go ahead and watch this. Right there is where the ball hit. Now, stop. Let's go back. Let's go back, Linda. You're playing too much here. The ball where it hit the deep line on the serve. Here's the serve right here, and let's stop the ball now. It's in play. The ball's in play. It's about 2 or 3 inches in play.
Yeah, that was a good ball.
From this angle here, it looked like it could have been long, but that definitely hit the ground.
Well, when you're behind the ball, you know how it is.
You see where the ball's hitting right there before the line. All you need is a side out here, and you win the match.
Ooh,
Well, that one could have been out. Edgar's feeling it right now. He's feeling the burn.
Nice, beautiful shot.
What a way to...
Oh, incredible get.
While you're still back there, I'm going to hit another one to you. There it is.
Yeah.
That's the upset of the tournament. Look at the celebration on the court and in the stands. That's the upset of the tournament so far, as number 8 seeded Ricky Ruiz and Edgar Olivar take down G-Man and Lobo.
Beautifully played game, 1 and 3 by Ruiz and Olivar.
We are going to take a timeout for the remainder of the day, and we'll be back tomorrow as we have more action. It's now going to be Ricky Ruiz and his doubles partner Edgar Olivar up against Ricky's former partner Samson Hernandez, who is now teamed up with Fast Eddie. Joe Call. I don't know how you say that, but anyway, that's who they're playing tomorrow in the semifinals at 2:45 p.m. It'll be live right here on the live broadcast. Our broadcast will take place starting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. as the men's big ball singles quarterfinals will take place, number 6 versus number 3. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11. Thanks for tuning in here for Linda Manning, as well as Ben Garad, Derek Piper, and all those that helped out with this live broadcast. My name is Dave Vincent. Thanks for tuning in at racefor8.com. See you in the morning.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teens are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball. We need your help to continue our work. Inner City Handball Association is a registered 501c3 tax-exempt charity. Please donate today. Thank you.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Play your part in the circle of life. Take time to be a dad today. Visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
My name